everyone. So I thought I would just hop on here and film a quick video. I wasn't planning on filming a video today, but I had a bit of time on my hands, so I've decided to film a quick video. And that video is going to be a little review on the Morphe and James Charles palette. This is the mini palette, which I'll give you a bit of background. Basically, they do this one and they do a larger one. I thought the larger one was going to be too large for me, so I ended up getting the mini one. And I actually decided to get this because Morphe had it half price, so it was, I think, £13 instead of 26. So I decided that I would get it. Now, it is a very colourful palette and it isn't something that I would normally go for. So I'll just cover the mirror. It isn't something that I would normally go for. And as you can see, my camera is yet again not going to focus on this palette. I may have to insert a picture. Oh, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, it is quite a colourful palette. So you have your colours down here, and then these are like more of your browny red tones, and then staple shades are bigger in the middle. Now this is the mini one. They do a larger one, but from the pictures that I've seen, that palette is quite a substantial palette, and I would rather have a few palettes this size than one big one and worry about where to put it. So I am tempted with purchasing the bigger one because I've been reaching for this palette quite a lot, more than I thought I would. So I thought I would kind of tell you guys what I think about this palette and swatch a few of my favourite colours. I've already done my makeup. I literally have no eyeshadow on. I have foundation, mascara, contour and powder, and I've done my brows. That is literally all I've got on today. So I may also have a play around with a few of the colours in this. Over on my Instagram, I actually took a picture, posted it on there, of a rainbow look that I did. I didn't use this palette. I used 3 or 4 of my other palettes and just took colours out of each one. But I do want to recreate that with this one, as I think the colours will be more vibrant by using this palette. So a bit more information on this. It doesn't actually say, but they have basically, I'm going to put that on there so it doesn't, the mirror doesn't reflect. So if we will focus, which we're not going to. So basically the colours in this are organised. So there's the pinks, then there's the blues, then there's greens. So you've got your greens, your blues, and then like pinks and purple. These are like staple colours, so like crease shades, highlight shades, browns, reds, and then more lighter brown shades. And basically you can recreate any look with this palette. There's glitters, so like this purple shade right here, if it will focus if I go close up, this purple shade right here I used last week, and it's a lovely shade, but you do have to use setting mist, and I used the CYO Fix and Spray just to pat it down because it will flake and it's not a pretty sight. So yeah, I definitely would use setting sprays with like this one, these ones, any high shine like real metallic shades. So my favourite shades out of this whole palette, I will probably insert a picture of my favourite shades because it'll be easier than me trying to focus in, and I can take better photos with good lighting. So this one, which is shade Artistry, beautiful shade. It's a purple with a blue undertone. Then what was the other one? Shook again. It's just these glittery shades. They are just absolutely insane. This orange again, brilliant. The pigmentation in this palette is really good, but I think that is pretty much the same with every Morphe palette. I do currently have on the way the Jeffree Star Morphe palette, so I'm hoping that will arrive soon so I can do a video on that. But I basically have decided that I want to do a look with this. Obviously I already have my mascara on, so I'm just going to do a simple look. I say that and then I probably will do some insane thing. So like usual, I'm going to use, to start off with, my Spectrum B08 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Canvas, which is basically a skin colour shade, and I literally just go all over the crease with this. I currently have foundation on my lids from doing my base. I would usually do my eyeshadow before doing my base, but obviously I filmed this video last minute, so I basically just cover my lid with that shade. I am next going to go in with a smaller brush. This is just a Revolution brush. It is, if it will focus, a blending brush. It's more of a precise brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade below that one and go, it's called Punch Me, and this is a very light brown shade, and I'm going to pull that into the crease and just go up towards the brow bone like so. Again, this is a very, very light shade and perfect for building an eye look. So I'm just going to put that through the crease and up towards the brow bone. And go in again. And this just makes it easy to blend the shades together and makes a great transition colour. Now with the same brush, I'm going to go in with a darker colour next, and I'm going to go in with, just trying to think of what look I could do. I'm going to go in with the colour Mary, which is this red shade right here. These are a bit dusty, but I will forgive that considering how pigmented they are. So I'm going to put that through the crease, then into the outer corner, and up, blending in with the light brown shade. And again, if I feel like I've gone too high, I'll go in with the Spectrum brush again and just blend it out. I feel like with this palette you could literally mix any of these colours together and they would create a great eye look. So in the outer corner, in through the crease and up. I'll drag that out slightly too. Like so. Right, I'm going to darken up the outer corner now. So I'm going to go in with this Real Techniques smudge brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade T, which is a dark brown shade, and I'm just going to put that in the outer corner, do circular motions and up. Not all the way through the crease, just slightly. Doesn't matter if it's messy. It's just to darken up the outer corner, and I'll be adding glitter, so I'm not overly worried. Next, I'm going to go in with another Revolution brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade, literally, I'm going to try this shade without setting spray first, just to see how we go. But I think, yeah, I think I'm going to need setting spray. So I literally get my spray brush, dab it, go back into the shade. Oh, that's better. And then I'll just sweep it across my lid. Go back in and over again. But the setting spray just makes the colour a lot more intense. And do it again, so wet the brush up, go back in to literally, and all over the lid. Feels weird to do this with mascara already on, but I don't think it's too bad actually. So as you can see, that is a gorgeous metallic shade, and basically you could stop right there, or if you wanted more, let me find another brush. So far this is the look. So I'm going to go back in with, if I can find it, this brush. I'm going to go back in to the light brown shade Punch Me and go back in through my crease just to intensify that colour. Going with the Spectrum brush, and again from the other side. I then want, where's it gone? Just deepen up that edge again. So I'm going back in with T. And then into the Spectrum brush again, just to keep blending until the outer corner is blended together. Right, I then take this is a Makeup Revolution, it is a smaller flat brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Sister, which is a light champagne-y goldy pink shade, and I'm just going to put that close to my inner corner and up into my lid, and again the other side. Right, last step, I'm going to take a Spectrum A08 brush. I'm going to go back in with the colour Punch Me, and I'm going to go underneath my eye. Not too heavy, just so there's a little something underneath. And I'm going to mix that in with a bit of the shade T, just to darken up slightly. And again, if you think it's too heavy, literally go up with a spectrum brush, blend it out. So that was literally a few of the shades from this row here. So the top row as you look at the palette, but obviously I have it upside down. And this is the look. Now obviously you could make this more glittery, you could make it more of a smoky eye, add false lashes, dark lip, anything. And this is literally using a few of the shades from this palette. I do want to do a rainbow look because I think you take some of these green shades, this hot pink I want to try so bad. But yeah, this is literally just an easy everyday look that I would do with the James Charles palette. And my final thoughts on this palette was, I was putting off buying it for a while and I'd seen a lot of people talk about it, and I don't actually own anything from Morphe, so this is also my first Morphe purchase. Now I am very glad that I managed to get my hands on this, especially for £13. I think the big palette is about £39. Now for a palette that I'm not too sure on, £39 seemed a lot to me, and also that palette is quite large. So now that I have the smaller version and I only paid £13, I think if I use this and maybe hit pan on a few shades, I would be tempted to purchase the bigger one, just because I know that I've used probably half the shades in here so far on looks, and I have a few looks lined up for me to film, including this palette. Now I do have the Jeffree Star one on the way, like I said, so I want to compare this one to the Jeffree Star one and see how much I use them in comparison, because I know they're two very different palettes. I will include a picture here of the Jeffree Star so you can see how different they really are. But I got this, and so did my 10-year-old sister, because she's obsessed with James Charles, absolutely obsessed with him. And this palette, brilliant palette for her, absolutely brilliant. It's a starter palette, it's got everything you'd need in it, £13 as well. And also Morphe is a brand that you can trust with being good quality. I've heard nothing but good things about them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this palette, and the eye looks it creates are so easy. I am completely in love with it. I will include some swatch photos on here. I will probably do row by row just to show you how intense these are, but it's quite difficult for me to swatch while recording like this, so I'm going to include them at the end of this video. But I hope you enjoyed this video and my take on the James Charles Morphe palette. I hope you enjoy this look. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because there are more videos on the way about makeup, family life and fashion. So I will see you in my next video. So bye.